started going over to playing Poison Ivy as player 1 on this map again. I was kind of doing the 1 key creep with another 1 key for a while, but I like just doing this and then some 1 keys and stuff after. I think that is pretty good. They can take the middle point, I don't care about that at all. Feel free. Probably should not place a trap on the middle. I rarely ever do that, anyway. Place them around here instead. Also get a creep in, which is great against both of their phobies here. And then another 1 key I believe is good. Which one? Probably just this, right? This is just a good phobie right now, because it adds up to kill these with my Poison Ivy if I want to fight. I could have also gone for a flyer and tried to take this point up here, but I don't really care enough to do that. They can't take this point down here, so I'm just going to walk down there and take it when I want to. And then we'll split the map. I'll go for some big units. That's what usually happens on this map. Also, I think Gravedigger is actually decent on this map, weirdly enough. Breaking one of these middle blocks can make it way easier to like do offensive moves. And it can also, you can also even break this block to have your team stand in a better way and stuff like that. So there's a lot of advantages to it, in my opinion. They're just making sure they can reclaim the middle point if I take it here, but I'm not going to. And then they're going to take this point with the Murder Wing next turn, probably. Or not Murder Wing, the Snowball. Most likely. Do I like having this here? Might be better the other way around, actually. Having the Poison Ivy sit down here still. Or is it better to have it further into the map? It's probably better to just have it further into the map. I don't think it matters if they go aggressive on this 1 key. Because they'd be walking into Hevo 2.0 range and they'd be stepping on a trap. That would definitely be good for me. So, just letting this sit here is fine. Maybe even have moved this slightly forward just to look aggressive. But then they might kill it without stepping on the trap. So it's best to just keep it back here for now. We're just going to throw down a bunch of traps over time, and then play Akira. Are they doing nothing here? They're moving very far back. Okay, they are doing nothing, so maybe they're already going for an Akira. Or maybe they want Evo 3.0 as their win condition, or Frosty. Either way, I think I'm doing this. And then we bring a Firkin. I also really like Firkin on this map, because there's pretty much always a good target for it. a very large amount of the phobies used here have abilities. And if you bring a Kira, that also makes Firkin very nice. Often. I might just kill them murdering here. They're not putting on enough pressure unless they put something like out here somewhere. I guess if they like fly a Frosty, and then they will definitely have enough pressure. But they kind of need it to be a flyer if they want to do something. Okay, that is what they're doing. Makes a lot of sense then. I mean, I'm fine with that. Thing about this is, yes, it's very good into my Hevo 2.0, especially now that it's damaged. But I do already have a Leprechaun against it also. So that is kind of nice for me. Question is, do I kill anything here? Could just trade this away. Then move back. Doesn't actually keep my Hevo 2.0 completely safe to do this. But I think that's fine here. Could also just kill this down here. Is that bad to do? It's probably bad to do. Because I won't have enough damage to kill the Frosty. If I do that. I think I'm also supposed to push the Ginsting back just to stay safe here. Which means the Razormouth should not be there, it should be here. Just to annoy them. We move this here, we obviously move back with the Ginsting. And we want... do I want just stay Puff? Or do I want to just go Ray to threaten it? I think I'm just going to go Puff for now. That way they can't freeze on this turn. They used the ability, right? Yes, they did. So my Hero 2.0 is safe right now. Might just bring a Boolean next turn then. Instead of going for my usual Akira thing. Because they have a Frosty. Although Akira can also be nice into a Frosty. Because you can try and set up a kill on it. Really? That does not sound correct. That is extremely aggressive. Like, they're not gonna be able to kill the Puff in time, though. Like, never. My creep doesn't need to be scared of the snowball either. And just stand here and poison. But like, I guess it makes sense with a bad sheep backing up, kind of. They kill this, they can get a big sheep AoE. And I don't have the ability, but I can just turn it off. So it's kind of weird here. Like, now there's no sheep. And I'm just happy about that. I guess they can kill my Poison Ivy if I do this, actually. Let's just throw down another trap on them. If I walk this in, it can also die. I can snowball this next turn. Let's see. They have to kill this to even get in here, so they kill that with this and this, then they'll deal 14. Can they even kill my Hero 2.0 if I put it here and hit them and Boolean it? I think they probably still can, right? It's 300 healing. I'm not sure if they can actually, but I'm just going to do this no matter what. The thing is, if they go all in, I can play Snowball next turn, and then I can hit them for a very large amount of damage. So it's not even that bad if they go all in for me here. Because my Puff will wake up, I will get a line attack, I'm pretty sure. Or they will step in traps, and I'll just be able to kill them all, so I wouldn't even mind that outcome. They might go for my Firkin though, on this turn. Or they just back off, that could also be the play. Having their bad sheep be turned off is very bad for them though. I should not have moved the Leprechaun in here. Now I just gave them a target for this. Should have been here so that the bad sheep would have nothing to really hit. But what can you do? This is just the choice that I made. Again here, Snowball is very good for me though. Because I can unfreeze my Puff, which can then unfreeze my Razormouth with a line attack that hits the Snowball and kills it. So that is extremely nice. And this will keep on healing since it's on the spa. A bit bad that I have this much melee, but it should be fine. Really? Noxious when I already have a gray or a Boolean cooldown is kind of interesting. Definitely just do this. Play is too good to not do. Gets rid of the Snowball and the Gin Sting all in one. And we even get to kill this, which is just great. Did I just hit this? Does that end up killing it if I do that? This heals a little bit from hitting me, right? 385. 339. Means they are healing... how much? 120-ish. So they would still... this would still die after. But I could also just move my creep out. Is it better to just have the creep sit out here? Might be better to just put it all the way out here. And they'll get a hit down here though. Not sure if that's actually better. I think I'm just going to hit the Murderwing. Because I think the creep takes too long to matter. And I'd rather have a open unit spot. And just make sure that my units don't take extra damage from the Murderwing. It's a bit sad because I don't get to capture the point down here. But it works out with this just dying. I'm also very low on panic points, so I need to reclaim some. Guess I could have put the Boolean in here. Just didn't want Noxious to have an even better AoE attack. That would have been bad for me, I think. We can easily take points back. Because this can go all the way down here next turn. And this can obviously take any of these points around here. But that would be very good for me if they go down there. Just step on a trap with the Noxious. They're ignoring the creep. Because they need the extra attack up here. So that they can poison up here. Is that poison that good though? I can immediately heal this with a muffin. This can just go on a healing spa. Which I believe is still there. I guess it prevents me from going all in on this Rusty. Kind of. Does it actually? Probably does because I'd rather just kill this thing. just sacrifice the creep to take this point because it's important to do. We definitely muffin my snowball here. That's just always worth it, I'm pretty sure. We could just wait with curing this thing and just kill it like this. That's also pretty nice to do. Then hit this with my snowball. Kinda like that play. And I think I want a couple fast phobies. This powers down these two if I do this though, but that's the only bad part about this play. Also wanted Daisy. Daisy is just fantastic for the late game here. I think I'm actually pressuring them so much that they might not even kill the creep. Man, I wish I had this. This thing is so broken. I don't think they used it correctly here, but like, this ability, man. Every time I see it, it's just like, hey, do they make a mistake so that I can win? Pretty much. That's what it feels like a lot of the time, at least. I feel like if you have Frosty, and of course it's on a large map like this, where it makes sense to play Frosty, you should be winning pretty much every time. If you're playing like perfectly, of course. I don't think they'll win this one though, with how this is going. Because I have a lot of sustain to heal my phobies with. I have displacement, bit of poison in here, which makes it pretty hard for them to bring anything that's vulnerable to poison. And they also only have 4 keys. The Frosty is really good against my team still. They're just trying to stall for a freeze. I mean, it's good against the Hevo 2.0 and the smaller units. It's not good against Puff and Snowball, obviously. But the Puff is nearly dead. Why do they keep bringing poison? I have a Blulian, man. That does not make any sense to me. It's time to start walking forward with this also. Freeze ways up, so I have to be a bit careful with that actually. I think this goes all the way down here, even though that's a very odd spot to put a phobie. And we just do this, get rid of the Tooth Fairy for a Cassowary. Get to cure this phobie. Where do I place the Hevo that it can't be? It can't be frozen here, right? As long as I, of course, move this. Don't think they have a good line attack freeze. If I just do this. They can freeze here, but that's not a good freeze at all. So this is probably good. Good enough, at least. I just have to sit on healing spars until they lose the game here, essentially. So they're the ones who have to make a play. And it's very hard for them to do, with both a Puff and a Snowball in here. To freeze things. Or not freeze, unfreeze things. And if I get to heal, they definitely lose. So... I'm not sure if this was the right spot for the Blulian. But yeah, they had no way of winning that, I don't think. There was a like checkmate at the end there. They were definitely too like trigger happy on the Frosty ability. The only thing you have to remember with Frosty is that first of all it can of course be like dealt with fire to a certain degree. But the other thing that's very important on it is that this cooldown is very long. 3 turns. That is actually a rather long time. It's not like insanely long, it maybe should be 4. Really, it should just be 2 lock probably. But like, if you use the line attack freeze for something that isn't really worth it, it takes a lot of time before you get to do something again. So that kind of hurt them there. This phobia is also just very overpowered right now, though. It's not very overpowered, it's just slightly overpowered. Like a little bit above all of the other late game win conditions. But it is fairly squishy and has a long cooldown, so you can deal with it by playing fast like you saw me do there. To a certain degree fast. I don't know if you can really call that fast. That was more or less just them like moving in and then not really having enough of a plan to do things. So that was good for me, I guess. They also kept bringing poison into Bluelian. That didn't help much, I would say.